Hi everyone, you've been asking about my muffling technique and today I'm gonna share it with you. You all know that I really don't like the harp when it sounds like a soup. I think it's a very big shame that harpists tend to have only one technique for muffling, which I'm going to share with you in a minute. I don't teach young children, but as we know, as soon as you learn something, the better it is. So I think teachers should really include this kind of technique to young children to help them developing this technique, which is super useful for the future. I don't know how I developed this technique. There are some professionals doing it as well, but there are not fixed rules for it. So everybody has got their own style of muffling. I'm going to show you what I do and what it's good for me, what feels good and what sounds good, most importantly. We are only taught one kind of muffling, which is the étouffée, which is this one. Which is nice, but it's very basic and it has a huge problem. The problem is that the articulation which is given, it's too much staccato. Even if you place your hand really last minute, each tone is too much detached from each other. It's an effect that you can have and it's great if you want a really staccato bassoon kind of sound, fine, but it's not good in every situation. So you have to find another kind of muffling which gives you clear harmony. And the étouffée, it's actually super tiring for the hand. For me, there are not so many benefits about it. So here I tell you what I do. I take only 4 notes. So this is normal harp playing. You can hear this, all the strings, they ring together. It's full of semitones. It's full of... No, it's not good. Now, étouffée technique. Yeah, it's okay. The articulation is not so smooth. Now, my muffling technique. Haha! Legato, clean and smooth. What do? I muffle everything after I play it. That's the trick. But how do you muffle? Just replacing another finger. And actually that's what it changes between harpists. We all use different fingers for muffling. Now I'm going to show you a few exercises that you can do to be more confident with this. So the first one is learning to muffling with only one finger. You just have to play the strings with the second finger and you muffle with the thumb as soon as you place the finger on the next string. Sounds complicated, but it's not. You actually touch the string afterwards you've played with the thumb. You can do it faster then. It's still quite staccato sounding, but much less than this one. You can hear the difference. I really hear it very strongly. Now, going upwards, it's harder. What I do, I play everything with the second finger, like going down, no problem. And then I muffle with the third finger. I'll show you. It's much more awkward, and now I'm going to show you other fingerings. Of course, you cannot play everything with one finger, but that's actually something that I do very often, especially in slow pieces. If you get confident with this technique with only one finger, then you can start to use what I use most, which is 4 fingers, replacing each finger after you play it. I use a lot the thumb. And the second technique I want you to know is this one, muffling everything with the same finger. And then you can go faster. And then what I do, I mix up all these 3 techniques. very basic technique that I use all the time, and then I adjust all the fingerings for passages. To me now it comes very spontaneous and very easy, but it's quite hard to explain because it's actually something that I developed myself and nobody taught it to me. This is something that I really think each one of us should develop in their own way. You know, the result is always here. It has to sound good. I realize now that it's actually a huge topic. Too little exercises exist for it. And I'm thinking maybe to write down something about it. If you have specific questions about a piece that you're learning or a passage that you want to sound more clear and smooth, just send a score to me and I'll try to help. I hope this video was helpful. I'll do another one about this muffling technique with maybe more advanced technique with some examples of passages, and let me know if you need advice for something, and I'll see you in my next video. Ciao!
Thank you for subscribing, like.
What I do, I play with the second fingers, like going down. Whoops! Okay, again.